Understanding a signal's bandwidth requirement has always been a challenge for even the best of us. There are so many things that go into that calculation. So today we'll look at bandwidth and how bit rate, bit depth, and signal compression determine what you need to know. And as a reminder, if you like these short videos, please like and subscribe to our channel. When transporting digital signals from one point to another, the only thing that really matters is that you select a cable that supports the bandwidth of the signal you're transporting. Now, the beauty of digital signals is that, unlike analog, the bandwidth always remains constant. Therefore, if you know the required bandwidth of the signal, you can easily select the right cable every time. Of course, the downside of this consistency is that regardless of whether you're sending audio, video, or data, the same amount of bandwidth is required. So how do we know what that bandwidth requirement is? Well, in this case, the basic calculations are pretty easy. Let's consider a video signal. The formula is resolution times color depth times frame rate. So if we have a 1080p resolution with 24-bit true color bit depth, we multiply 1920 times 1080, then multiply that product by 24 bits to get 49,766,400 bits, which we then multiply by 60 frames a second. This gives us 2,985,984,000 bits, or roughly 3 gigabits bandwidth. So this is how we arrived at the designation 3GSDI for a 1080p camera output. It takes 3 gigabits of bandwidth to transport a full HD signal. 4K video has roughly 4 times greater bandwidth requirement than full HD. And as you can see here, that's 12 gigabits per second bandwidth. As you can see, you're not going to be able to fit 12 gigabits a second or even 3 gigabits a second signal over many of the signal paths that we'd choose other than coax or fiber. So we can utilize compression when we're transporting video over other media. H.264 and H.265 are the most common compression algorithms today. They can be found in a variety of wrappers, but MP4 is the most common. These compression codecs give you substantial bandwidth reduction at the cost of only a little quality. If we take the 12 gigabit per second bandwidth of a 4K video signal and apply H.264 signal compression, we're looking at only maybe 32 megabits per second bandwidth, which is about 97% space savings. We can further reduce the bandwidth with H.265 so that you only need about 15 megabits per second. If you watch Netflix in 4K, this is what you're seeing. And this is what you'll find if you use a streaming transport like NDI. Is it perfect? No. Does it pass for acceptable in many applications? Absolutely. But for the best quality, especially in a production environment, you'll still want to use SDI over coax or fiber as your solution. If you're buying bulk cable, you now know what minimum bandwidth that cable needs to support and how to calculate it. As always, please like and subscribe to our channel if you found this short video helpful.